she love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the London Black Knights. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set up. 60 outlaw. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Get it.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 99. Check 99. Check. 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 Shift. Shift. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Now Saquon Barkley. Able to push his way through. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
61, match box, right.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Shift.
Switch.
Hey, Sam on. Snap.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
We want it. Come to my work.
Kill. Slam. Alert flare.
Look at me. Go.
On 2nd down, Jacobs looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Down. 50, plant.
Check 55, Mike. I got it. Check three, check three, check three. Showing up, showing up. Hatch it, hatch it.
X3, 218, chopper. Let go.
On third down, Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Lock going to go on fourth down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. From the gun, here's Watson, and able to find Alan Lazard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. From the red zone now, Watson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Johnson's got it complete. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
First and goal, Houston.
Where's that? 19.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll look to run with Henderson, and he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try and run. Henderson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Darrell Henderson, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Come on, set. 10-2 start. Go. Come on.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lock. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go, Bravo! Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Rock it. Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to take a shot right away for the... Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Lock. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
70, Indy.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 32-yard line.
Hey, Orbit.
On 2nd and 9, Lock. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Texans' 12-yard line.
Undercrunch. Check 43. Hit it.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, Watson. He's got to hook up to Lazard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Watson on target here to Fuller, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kiki QT. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On second down, here's Barkley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Ready?
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Hit it.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Alpha. Sit.
Throwing on first down is Locke. This one caught by Ridley. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Now a carry for Jacobs. Fighting through it, he's got space. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Zerline good with a PAT, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Set. 19.
Check back. Check back.
Watson on first down. He's got Fuller. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down.
Watson now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Check 3. Okay.
3.
Operating from the gun. Watson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front.
Complete to DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will get him 1 closer. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
First down, Texans.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
24.
Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. That one good for 37 yards. Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Lock now on first down. And that's complete. It's Green here. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41.
First and 10 at the 42.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Locke. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Locke to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got it at the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards. To throw is Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Watson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Deontay Johnson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Hey, high 7.
On 1st down, Locke. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Lock now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. Finding Green complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Lock now. 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. To throw it is Lock. And it's caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a...
He's got a man, complete. A big-time play there for the Texans. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Back to throw, Watson. Complete. Smith has it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They'll run here with Henderson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
Again, it's Henderson, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Darrell Henderson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
At the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Hit it.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Watson now to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you did? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity.
Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Throwing on first down is Locke. Dancing to his left. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Locke going to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. He can fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Texans scoop it. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. That's taken in by Henderson. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First down, Houston.
Watson on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this is incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Alert! Find the mic. Hey, we got to get to the ball.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Alert!
Here we go on 4th. Watson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Got it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
40 wants the mic. 40 wants the mic. Check.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Green brings it in. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. They go screen. This is Ingram. And some room to maneuver. And running with power here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Here's Locke. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Despite being 0 for 4 converting these so far, I guess you're going to say 5th time's the charm. They're going again on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. Throwing now, Watson. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,